Hey guys, it's me, James. With me today is my good friend Arthel.
Hello, guys.
That's gonna be loud. E3 is literally right around the corner, and in a last-minute decision, we decided to talk about the things we're excited to see from this year's E3, and maybe make some predictions that will never come true.
Well, damn. Just
Well,
ruined my hopes.
my predictions are stupid, but that'll be a last in the end of the podcast discussion. So I just want to put it out there: we're not actually gonna be in LA to see three or whatever EA is doing. We're just gonna watch comfortably at home because we're a bunch of nobodies who can't even get invited to E3. So yeah, yeah. So let's just get a few of the stuff that we know out of the way. First of all, Nintendo is not they're not really going to be doing anything at E3. They have just like Zelda on the show floor, and they're going to have a streaming showing off Zelda and the new Pokemon games and that Mirage Tokyo FE game. Uh, and that kind of sucks.
I think they're gonna announce the NX, and I really want to see how that
They're not
goes.
announcing the NX this year.
They have to.
They said they're not.
I
They
don't
said
know
they're not.
why.
I hope they announce it at Tokyo Game Show this year. But yeah, they're definitely not going to be showing off the NX at E3.
That really hurts.
It's a shame, as you know, as someone who didn't buy a Wii U and now is thinking I shouldn't buy a Wii U because of
You
the whole
should buy it.
NX. I shouldn't buy a
You
Wii
should
U.
buy it. Wii U
I should
is
not.
a great console. I know it doesn't have third-party support, but it is a very good console.
It's a good console, especially if you like Nintendo games. I am one of those few people who never really fell in love with the Nintendo franchises.
I just don't know how. You have Mario. Mario's a great game. You have Splatoon. You have just countless games I can just
Splatoon
keep
looks like
naming.
fun. Like,
It is. It's a lot of fun.
I'll say. And honestly, I kind of do want a Wii U just for Mirage Tokyo FE, which is the Shimigami Tensei Fire Emblem crossover game thing. But man, a Wii U is still kind of like $300.
Yeah, they probably need to cut the price a little bit.
Yeah, but again, they're not. There's really no anything for Nintendo other than the stream and Zelda. So if there is a price drop announcement, I don't think it'll. I don't know how they'll announce that during E3. I don't think they can.
Yeah,
Uh, should we move on to a different publisher then?
different publisher.
Let's just get into EA because EA has kind of decided to back out of E3 technically. They will not be on the show floor. They still have a conference and stuff, and they have their own show in LA and London that I think is open to the public if you paid for the tickets. I'm kind of curious how that's gonna be because when I was listening to like the Giant Bombcast and stuff, it sounded like they couldn't get a lot of people to fill in their show because it started listing like Monster Energy drink and Frito Lay's as participants of their conference thing.
I I'm not really too much excited for that. The only game I'll probably enjoy from that conference is probably Battlefield 1. Other
What
than
about
that,
Timefall?
Titanfall, yeah, Titanfall 2. I did enjoy
That
Titanfall.
honestly, that's the thing I want to see because uh I don't know why we didn't really get into Titanfall, why we didn't buy it. I can't remember what else came out around that time or what was going on, but we
Well, I
played.
didn't. I don't have Xbox, so and we were late to the game.
Was it not a PlayStation game?
No, no. Titanfall 2 would be on the PlayStation 4. It would be multi-plat. but
But it
Titanfall,
was a PC game as well.
yeah, Titanfall came on PC, but I came late in the Titanfall. Then the generation where not in the generation, but in the playing cycle when barely anybody was playing it. So I enjoyed it though for the time I had.
Yeah, like when we did the
You know, the
beta
free week.
and the free
Yeah,
stuff, it
yeah,
was I liked it. It's just by the time that free weekend happened, it was just clear that the player base has kind of just dropped.
yeah. Player base is just way below, so it's kind of pointless
But
buying
yeah,
it.
I'm definitely interested in seeing Titanfall 2. I think that might be a game I would pick up in the future,
Yeah,
as
they
long as
they're
it's
gonna
not messed up.
they're gonna have to show me something because right now I'm just this is Battlefield and I'm not a big FIFA guy. I know they always come with
Oh God,
FIFA's a
FIFA.
big game. FIFA's a big
Why
game.
even
Everybody,
mention FIFA? Neither of us would ever pick that up.
but you know it's a big game. You sell a lot of copies. I
Well,
understand that.
yeah, it's the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big part of their reputation.
Who
I'm missing
cares?
too much of that anymore.
Who cares?
Madden. I don't
Who
really
cares?
I don't really play Madden anymore, so
Again,
that
that's
comes.
a big seller. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy it, but
I don't
I
know that.
don't play that fucking game.
Yeah, that's why the conference is kind of dead. I'm
Yeah.
excited for Battlefield 1 of it. That's mainly it. Like, like if you would have told
Honestly,
me that,
I think the most interesting thing about this is that EA like just dropped out of E3 and is doing its own thing. I think that's the more interesting story for EA. So let's move on to the next big show, which would be Bethesda, which will be happening Sunday night. Have you heard any of the rumors that's been going around about the
I haven't heard anything about Bethesda. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so first of all, they might be announcing Prey 2, which I don't know how much you've been following games back in the day, but Prey 2 was a game that that got shown off. A lot of people loved what they saw apparently, and then it just never came out. So it's rumored that Bethesda might be releasing it must be a completely different Prey 2. So I don't know. Some people think it's exciting. It's a cool thing, but it's just like it can't be anything what they shown years and years ago.
I, I just again Bethesda. They probably have another great conference. I really want to see what they're gonna say. I'm at a loss. Like
The
I know
the
I know
other
last.
thing they've first of all there's what's that stupid game called? It's not stupid. I may actually have to look this up. Well, I guess while I look that up, there's also rumored that they're gonna release a remastered Skyrim.
We need Skyrim like have what over like 200 mods for Skyrim. What else can they do? Like I don't
Well,
understand.
apparently, like if they remaster it, they'll be able to do the mods on the consoles and stuff. But
Yeah,
I don't know. Like for me personally, it's just,
no, Skyrim's a great game. It's so a lot. Everybody
oh
loves
yeah, it's a
Skyrim.
great game,
Selling it,
but I got my fill from playing it on the PlayStation 3.
yeah, but selling it, on the PS4, it'd be a great sell. I understand. The PS4.
Okay, Dishonored 2, they announced that last year. We'll probably see more of that
Yeah,
this
that
year.
I've never really played the first one, but the
Yeah,
looks
I
of it, it looks
didn't
good.
either, and it was a cool looking game.
It looks good. I
Maybe I'll
like the
see if
trailer.
Dishonored's cheap nowadays.
Yeah, it's cheap. I like the trailer from last year. I know it's a kind of father daughter thing going on now. So we'll see how that goes.
Apparently Doom, Fallout 4 DLCs and stuff like that. The Elder Scrolls Legends is a digital card game.
Everybody's making a card game.
Apparently, yeah. Everyone wants to get in on that Blizzard money.
Yep. Blizzard, amazing. Whatever they do, they always succeed.
Yeah. Hopefully they have like maybe a new IP they can show off at Bethesda.
That's what I'm really hoping for because everything you just mentioned is not really exciting for it. Kind of
Uh,
piquing my interest right now.
I think that's my like hope um for all the conferences. I want all of them to have something new to show. Because
Yeah,
right
that's
now,
why
like I'm not really pumped to see anything.
I'm not gonna say I'm pumped to see stuff. I guess we'll get talking about that later on.
Yeah.
I'm still pumped to see stuff.
Well, after Bethesda, the next big show would be the Microsoft conference, where they'll be showing off Gears of War 4, I guess. Probably a bunch of games we saw last year, like Scale Down and Recore.
Yes, Scalebound and Rico, right?
That rare pirate game, Sea of Thieves. I'm really interested in that. I think that's going to be on the PC as well.
I'm really excited for Rico Scalebound. I really want to play those games. That would probably make those two games would probably
And I believe those two games will probably be coming out on the PC through Windows 10 store.
yes.
But is there anything like you want to see from Microsoft personally? Because
I'm kind of the bad guy. I'm a Sony fanboy. I'm just
yeah,
gonna
so
put it
am I.
out there. I'm just gonna
I
put
just
that.
realized how stupid of a
So
question that is because I think that last year's E3 they had a very strong showing that made me even want to get an Xbox One. And when I asked you like what you thought about Microsoft, you're like, "Oh, it was okay."
yeah,
And it's
like I
just like
don't.
it was a good show last year.
But that's just bad. Like we set their bar for them so low. It's like, oh, it's a good showing for Microsoft. Oh, finally they had a good showing. Like,
Okay.
so like I don't know.
And
Like
then the thing that like fucked them over is like, well, all those games they showed, you'll be able to play on the PC. Like, oh, okay, I guess I don't need an Xbox One.
exactly. I have a
Uh,
PC, and if I could get it on PC, I'm just gonna play it on PC. I'm not gonna play it on the Xbox One.
the other thing, Microsoft should be showing off a new Xbox One, a slim Xbox One. And it's rumored that next year they'll be releasing another more powerful Xbox One, like how the PlayStation 4 has PlayStation 4 Neo.
Yes, I've heard rumors about that. Pretty much,
It sounds guaranteed.
yeah, it's pretty much combat Sony. So I understand what
I think they both just had the idea around the same time. But a slim Xbox One, if they show anything that's really interesting, um, if it's cheaper and it looks good, maybe that might be something to get. But oh man, then I just remember that Lionhead got dismantled.
yes,
Fable
Fable
Legends, man.
in progress, in beta,
Oh,
and just that's it, no more.
man. I just want to see what that freaking game is. Like I've heard from like journalists and critics that
At a
apparently it
certain,
wasn't looking good.
it was bad, and it came to the point where
But
you're spending money.
I just wanted to see it though. I wanted to
Well,
play. It sounded interesting.
they had to close beta at the time, but I guess closed beta just wasn't fun.
Yeah.
And Microsoft came to a point where why we were spending all this
And
money on
that's
games.
just a really weird cut because Microsoft doesn't have a lot of its own, big
Studio.
games. At least Fable was one of their like mascot games.
Yeah.
But Gears of War, we'll probably see something Halo, like Halo Wars 2 or something. I'm interested to see what the show will be like.
Yeah, again, I watch it. I'm not, that they have something like again. I had Scalebound for last year, Those games I really would like to play. So I'm not gonna say I'm completely just knocking off Microsoft, but if they have more stuff like that, then I might start getting on the bandwagon.
Yeah, right. You didn't have a 360, did you?
Yes, I had a 360
Oh, you
and
did?
it red ringed
Oh,
within the first 2 months.
let's move on to the next conference that'll be happening, which is Ubisoft. As we all know, Ubisoft has come out and said Watch Dogs 2 is a thing. It's coming out this year, and that I expect that to take up a fair portion of their show.
Ubisoft, now we are talking. This conference I am very excited for. Very. They have a
You
lot of
shouldn't
games
be.
No, yes. Ubisoft always, again, they have great ideas. Sometimes they do not pan out, but I love the ideas in their
I
premise.
feel that sometimes is mostly doesn't pan out.
I love the ideas.
Watch
Just
Dogs 2 might be better just because it's the sequel and they have a better idea what people want now. But man, Watch Dogs 1 was a pain in the ass.
we get on Watch Dogs, but Watch Dogs is one of the highest selling.
Highest pre-order, and that's the reason why we say don't fucking pre-order anything.
So it was one of the highest selling.
It was the highest pre-order.
It was pre-orders. I thought it was new IP. That's why.
It was highest pre-orders for a new IP, I believe.
But
Which I guess may be selling. I don't know.
Even though still, it was
And
a great game.
they lied about the graphics. The PC port was not really that great.
Yeah, nobody really kind of cares about PC. But honestly, come on now. They usually games like that, they tend to care more about console version than PC version.
Do I have to remind you that they said that they were going to focus on the PC build of that game?
Yeah, they did.
And
but at the same time, I think the graphics suffered a hit because that game came on PS3.
No. Look, we're not getting into this conversation again. Fuck it. If you wish to know my feelings about Watch Dogs, go check out my video called Let's Bitch About Kickstarter and Watch Dogs.
But, okay, we're not going to get into that. But Watch Dogs 2, I'm very excited for it. I like the...
I am too.
It seems more exciting or enjoyable.
It looks more interesting. The characters being like a fucking hacker gang is a more interesting story than whatever the hell Watch Dogs 1 story was.
Pretty much, yeah, because Watch Dogs story, the first story, you had an angry guy and it wasn't too good. It was kind of boring. So I understand. But I did enjoy the game. More than you probably did.
Probably. I just learned I'm never buying a Ubisoft game on the PC again. Like, what's the fucking point? Don't.
I would do it. I'll stick with you.
Fucking going through Uplay and shit. Fuck you off.
I still have faith.
You see, what other games do you want to see from Ubisoft? All I really want to see is Watch Dogs 2, I guess.
For Honor is a game that I'm very excited for. I love the presence.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's not shown on stage.
I think it has to be shown on stage. At least a beta to be announced or something. But For Honor is definitely a game I would love to see. It's you have two sides. You have a warrior. It's like two warrior sides. Each player has two warriors, and you're pretty much going against each other.
It's a 3-on-3 Deadliest Warriors bullshit game.
Yeah, and don't mind him. It's gonna be a great game. Okay, it will be a great game.
It looks interesting. I don't know, like it looks interesting. That's all I'll say, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, and I don't know if it's gonna be shown on stage because that's one of those games that I wouldn't be surprised if Because they showed it last year at Gamescom, for crying out loud.
Again, like I said, I think there's to be a beta announced to it. I think they're gonna show a little bit more, probably a little bit more
Is
game mode.
Aisha
They only
Taylor
showed.
gonna fucking be the host of Ubisoft again?
I hope so. She has last 2 years. She has done a great job. So I hope so.
Okay, sure.
I hope so. And Ubisoft always brings a new game that everybody always gets excited for. You know,
Like what?
last year it was Division. That was a game everybody else
Oh
had.
yeah, that. Do you want to go back to the reviews on Steam for that?
Again, it didn't pan out to where it was, but they always show something. I know they're not gonna have Assassin's Creed this coming up year, so maybe
We'll probably
they might.
talk about the movie more than a game.
Yeah, maybe they might show some little teaser for that. You never know.
Probably.
Or another game that I got my eye on is Tom Clancy's Wild Hunt or Wild. I think it's Wild.
Oh right. The drug
And
gang thing.
that game looks good. If
it looked interesting.
It's like a co-op. Co-op. You got different ways you can go stealth.
That might be one of the reasons why I'm not so excited for that. It looked like a very co-op-y game, and well, it's hard enough to get friends together to talk, let alone play a video game together.
I think if somebody just has it, then you can get it. Then I think it's really a good game. It really would.
It looks like it might be a good game.
We'll see how it goes. Ubisoft, that's a big criticism of Ubisoft. They show great.
I think every time you say, it's a good looking game, I'm like, it might look good. Who knows?
I know that. With Ubisoft, I understand you have a grain of salt because they show good trailers and everything. This is good. Then when it comes down to it, it's not all that, and it tends to disappoint. We're not going to talk about the Division. We're not going to go in details about that, but yes.
I'm glad I did not buy the Division.
I love the beta, but again, even when I playing the beta, the big question was it content, and that's pretty much what it comes down to now. The content, the excessive grinding, full of cheaters. I just don't know.
Let's move on.
Just don't know.
Let's just move on.
Definitely not Destiny.
So the last big conference that's going to be happening at E3 is the Sony conference. Woo! So the first thing we should say is that rumored PlayStation 4 Neo was confirmed recently. Sony has confirmed that is a thing that's happening, and it will not be shown at or talked about at E3 this year. So
I just don't understand the Sony, the PlayStation Neo. I just don't get it.
Again, I hope this is the way it goes. That it's just for 4K.
But
people are talking about like this whole like, oh, consoles are going to become like cell phones and blah blah blah. And it's just like, it better not. I don't think it's a good way to do consoles.
I don't have 4K. A lot of people don't have 4K.
But Sony is a company that sells 4K televisions. Would like to push 4K televisions, and having people who might be in the middle of upgrading their televisions and putting out a system that can do 4K Blu-rays and stuff can maybe make people go, oh, I'll get a 4K television. Like, they're starting to come down in price and stuff.
I just don't understand that. Why? If this console probably is going to cost more, they're probably going to drop the price of the
old one, and this will replace the original price.
So you'll have this piece. What is going to be thought process? Oh, why would I get a Neo? What is the Neo? Better graphics? better. I don't know,
Probably better frame rate if anything.
but it's like I
Frame rate
don't.
and load times.
I'm just saying, if I was just an average consumer and I was going to the store, I seen you have Neo and a regular PlayStation 4. What what are you gonna sell me on to get the
The 4K.
Neo? But a lot of people, I don't have a 4K. What do I need that
Well, first
for?
of all, we are not the average
Regular.
consumer, you and me.
I'm just
Like,
saying, just as a average consumer, if I
as
go in the store.
I'm gonna tell you what I would do if I was working at Best Buy. I would say it can do 4K and not explain what the fuck 4K was, and just have the person think, oh, they have a 4K television, when they probably don't.
Exactly.
Like,
So there's really no like thing. I understand they said, oh, it might 60 frames per second will be a big thing on it. It's gonna be powerful, but I
well,
just
this is a discussion for something else. It's not going to be shown at E3.
yeah, it's
Uh,
not. I just that's just one I don't understand. I feel like
I
they had a
know.
lot of
We can have a discussion about that some other day if you want. We can
they
do
have a
another
lot of
episode of Let's Bitch.
they have a lot of momentum right now, and I don't understand. But to another day with them.
So, like, it seems like the big thing for Sony this year will be their PlayStation VR. That seems to be what people are assuming Sony's going to be mostly talking about, because that should be coming out later this year, I believe.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll get a price point and stuff. I'm a little terrified of what that price point will be, because I just looked at, like, Steam VR is $800 and the Oculus is like $600. So I'm curious what the Steam VR price
They
point
already
will be.
they already set the pretty much price point. They have a bundle out right now for like $499 ish. It's about $500 the bundle. I think the just the getting it is
Have they set a price? I haven't.
it's just $399 if you just want it. It's the regular price.
They did launch a price, didn't they?
Yeah. So it's just $399 just for the system. So that's it's a lot cheaper than those two you just mentioned, Oculus Rift and
Right.
HTC Vive.
400 is still a fair amount of money.
Yeah, it still is, but it's still cheaper than what you will get out of those two other competitors.
Right. True. So yeah, maybe that will be my introduction to VR.
Yeah, so I have a PlayStation. I know it might cost you. You're probably better off getting one because I do believe the PlayStation I to work it. So
Okay.
and a move controller. So,
Right.
so
But
it'll probably be better off getting in the bundle than just getting the
yeah.
system. So unless you already have each one of those,
Oh yeah.
which I happen to have.
Wow. So, other than VR, they'll have I assume they'll have a Horizon there.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
I know the release date got announced. It's a game.
Yeah.
Guerrilla
It's
Games.
February next year, I believe.
Yes, Guerrilla Games. It looks very good. Guerrilla Games always is.
It looked
looking.
really interesting last year. I hope they can show us more this year.
They showed us I think it was a 20-minute kind of demo, and it was very good. Looks great. It's one of the games I'm very excited for.
Other than that, like, what else does
You have The Last Guardian.
Oh,
Game.
right.
Great.
Yeah, okay.
Long awaited by Sony fans.
Yeah, I don't care.
One of those about
I
time.
don't care. I hope that's on stage, because they haven't talked about it since last E3. I don't think. Actually, I think it's supposed to release this year at some point.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a game I definitely want to see because it literally has been through hell, and I just want to see if it comes out.
Pretty much, yeah.
It literally has been through the grinder, it up and down everywhere, development hell, and I actually want to see if they actually did it and were successful in making a good game.
Yeah.
So we definitely see how that goes. But I know at Sony conference there probably a lot of emphasis on VR. They're showing us a lot of new VR games.
So, do you think they'll say the word Vita at all?
Vita is pretty much
Dead,
dead.
which sucks.
I have one, and yeah, it's pretty much dead system.
I have a
man.
Vita TV, and you know.
I kind of feel bad. I don't even bring it up anymore. But yeah, Nintendo pretty much killed them. They dropped the price of the DS. After that, it was a kind of a dead deal.
They had no idea how to advertise the Vita.
They that's one that just is painful to even talk about.
Okay, is there...
You
So,
have
I think they won't discuss the Vita at all.
you have Sony Santa Monica. Maybe God of War 4, maybe not. Nobody knows.
Oh, God, I hope not.
No,
God of
you don't
War,
know
I
God of
feel
War?
like it got its ending, you know? I don't think we
Nah,
need another one.
well,
I
we
like
can
if
have
a
God of
game
War.
series can end.
We don't have to continue Kratos' story now. Just
Then call it something
it can be
else.
we can continue something else. So it doesn't need necessarily Kratos. But even if it is, I'm still excited for it. I love Kratos as a character.
And yeah, I can't really think of anything other than...
Um, again, Media Molecule. I don't know if they might have
Oh, Dream.
Dream. So that's another one that I definitely want to look at.
I wouldn't mind hearing like a new IP from someone for Sony.
Maybe Last of Us 2. Maybe a little.
Maybe,
I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe I could hope. Maybe I can hope for that. I
If
know
there was
Gran
a
Turismo.
new Last of Us, like I'm just curious, what do you want from that? Because again, I feel like their story ended in the first game. If there's a new Last of Us, I want brand new characters.
I don't think. Well, I don't think Joel and Ellie's story necessarily ended, but I understand you want characters. Maybe, yeah.
I feel like it's an ending, and maybe they can do something like with her, but I don't know.
Yeah, you could do something like after the fact. They got to the town or something after.
Or like she's like an adult now or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like she's grown up.
But
Maybe.
again, I'm quite happy with the ending they had in the original game.
But I would love to for them to make see what they're gonna do with that. It's one of the best developers Sony has. So
Naughty Dogs.
anything Naughty Dog does, I'm down with.
A new Crash Bandicoot game.
Crash Bandicoot. That would be good too. I haven't seen those in a long time. A long time now. But
I wonder if they own that now. I got sold to Activision, but
yeah.
there was a little Easter egg in Uncharted. I know you haven't played it, and that's all I'm gonna say.
I know some stuff about Uncharted.
I don't care.
But another game that I'm kind of excited for is Gran Turismo Sport. I haven't had a Gran Turismo game in a while. Haven't played one. Really enjoying Gran Turismo. So I cannot wait for that. So I can get to play another Gran Turismo.
I need a new Burnout Paradise. That's what I want in my life for racing games.
I'm not a big Burnout guy, but
You get the fuck out of my internet chat thing.
to each his own.
I'm not big on simulation games. I like the more
arcade style.
Yeah, and Burnout just did it really well, and then you add the crash stuff, and it was super enjoyable.
Yeah, Burnout was good. My favorite arcade racer was Need for Speed Underground. I love Need for Speed Underground. I played the hell out of that game. But arcade style Need for Speed probably in that aspect. But
Okay, so I think we went through all the conferences Uh, is there any games that maybe from different developers or indie games that you are hoping to see?
As of right now, I haven't really dug in deep
You know,
and
I wonder
really,
if No Man's Sky will be at E3 this year. Probably not.
probably not. It's about to come out.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
maybe there might be like a demo of it on the show floor for
yeah,
the critics and journalists and YouTubers. So
so
maybe
yeah,
we'll hear something about it.
yeah. That's that's one of those games where it has a lot of hype. Can it live up to the hype? So we'll see how.
You know what? I'm somewhat hyped for the game. I just want to play it, but
It's one of those
but just
games.
from like the stuff I've seen, you know, there are some people who probably think that game's like Minecraft in space or something.
I just think it's one of those games where people are excited for it, but they don't know what they're getting into, and they're gonna play it, and you're like, oh, this is not what I thought it was.
Yeah, there was something on the PlayStation blog where they let one of the developers was showing the game, and just from that it looks interesting, and just from what I saw from that, I'm interested in the stuff because there's stuff like there's monoliths, like giant black structures you touch, and you'll learn like alien language, like a word from this alien language, and then you have to like decipher what this word means by talking to aliens and seeing how they react. Like to me, that sounds like the most interesting thing from No Man's Sky.
Yeah, so No Man's Sky is one I'm excited for and scared at the same time.
I'm not scared. Like if it's not a great game, it's not a great game. But I think it's gonna be worth the admission to it, if that makes any sense.
Makes some sense.
Uh, yeah. The only other game I kind of want to see like video of is Pyre by Super Giant Games. Did they did Bastion and Transistor?
Mm,
Do you know either of those games?
no, not yet.
God damn it. uh it looked really interesting. It's about you play a guy who's um I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've heard about this game. Pretty much is kind of like a weird RPG fantasy sport game where you're this guy who's able to read and not everyone else can, and you're in this like forbidden exiled land, and the only way to get out of this land is to perform the rites. And to perform the rites, it's you and two other people who have to go up against another 3-man team. And there's a ball, and you're supposed to get the ball through hoops. And it sounds very interesting, but I have not seen any real footage of the game, and I kind of want to see how the sport action of it is. But from what I've heard, a lot of people seem to say it's pretty good from what they've seen so far.
And there's another game I forgot to talk about by Quantic Dream, another Sony-owned studio, Detroit. I think Quantic Dream has not.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they have
I
not made
forgot
a game.
about that.
Yeah, they have not made a game in a while. So this game will definitely be. They'll probably be definitely showing this game off a lot because I have not heard anything.
They made Beyond Two Souls, which 2013. Okay, I guess that was a while ago.
So,
So,
and
mhm.
there's another one. I don't know. I don't. Is Rockstar gonna be at E3 or because I believe they're gonna be at E3 this year. So I don't know. I'm excited for gonna announce maybe Red Dead Redemption 2,
That would be
maybe
nice.
maybe Agent.
No, I think that got
Question
canceled.
mark? Question mark?
That might
So
have gone canceled.
we never know. And just to kind of backtrack, on EA's conference. I forgot the name, big one, Mass Effect.
Oh, right, Mass Effect. Yeah, I know
And
absolutely nothing about that new game.
and I'm happy about that. Like I just want to see something that just blows my mind, and it's like, wow,
I never played Mass Effect
I,
3.
yeah, I should play Mass Effect.
You should play Mass Effect 1 and 2.
I heard,
And
yeah, I heard,
pretend 3 never happened because I don't want to remember what I've heard about Mass Effect 3.
I heard it was pretty good.
I heard the ending was shit.
Yeah, but it's one of those you have to play and kind of see for yourself.
I don't give a shit. It like it just bothers me like I played Mass Effect 1 and then I bring my save file into Mass Effect 2 and both of those games are good on two different for two different reasons. Even though Mass Effect 1's a pretty janky-ish game, I like the combat in it, and I'm really sad that it got modernized in Mass Effect 2. But man, I just could not bring like my save file into Mass Effect 3 after hearing like the terrible like no, I'd rather it just be incomplete. I don't want a terrible ending. I'd rather be incomplete than have this terrible 1, 2, or 3 ending.
Again, I don't think it was a terrible ending.
I remember people being pretty up in arms about it. And from what I read and heard about it, it sounds terrible. But back to Quantum Dream. Did you play Heavy Rain?
Yes, I did play Heavy Rain. Great
Okay.
game. I didn't play the one after that.
Beyond Two Souls?
Yeah, I didn't get to play Beyond.
Did you play Fahrenheit?
No.
Okay.
But
So
Beyond
you
Two
only
Souls,
played Heavy Rain?
yes.
Okay.
But that's a game I definitely enjoyed. And I know a lot of people were getting, so I know people were getting on David, getting
David
on
Cage, yeah.
David Cage because they're like Until Dawn. This is something that's
Similar but better, yeah.
better, and this is something you can do, and it's a lot better. So I think you.
From what I remember from Heavy Rain, I only played the demo, but you moved your character like a race car, didn't you? Like you had to hold down R2 to walk. You don't remember?
I don't believe so.
I'm pretty sure that's how that game worked.
I kind of don't remember, but I don't believe so. But again, I'm excited. I think David Cage is going to come out swinging and show what he's about, definitely, in this E3. And another game excited for, Final Fantasy.
Oh, right. Final Fantasy.
Enough said.
Okay, sure.
Need to say anymore. It's like it, long awaited. It will be good.
Man. I'm really hoping this E3 will be good, but it seems like it's going to be a weird kind of E3 without having Nintendo and EA doing its craziness.
I think it'll turn out good. I don't think it'll be bad.
Yeah.
There'll be games, enjoyable games. Fine.
Okay. So, I don't think I have anything else like that I definitely want to see or not. Do you have any predictions for, like any crazy predictions you just want to throw out there?
I think Rockstar is gonna shock us again.
I don't think it's gonna be a shock. I think it'll be a surprise, especially which stage they go on, if they go on a stage.
Hopefully Sony's.
Probably Sony's, saying that they're doing the best sales wise. God, a lot of my predictions are just stupid, insane things that will never happen. So let's do it. Microsoft releasing a new handheld.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
Valve coming on stage and just Gabe Newell just coming on stage and holding up three fingers and just walking off stage.
That could happen.
That would be hilarious, just because there are like a bunch of games that could be. That could be Half-Life 3, that can be Portal 3, that can be Left 4 Dead 3, that can be Counter-Strike 3 for all we know. Ricochet 3, we'll skip 2 entirely. Sony mentioning Vita at least once. That would be a huge surprise.
Nah.
I don't see them.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised to even see a graphic of a fucking. Oh, there's other games I'm interested in seeing. Cliffy B.
Lawbreakers.
Yeah, he has Lawbreakers that's in like beta or alpha or something.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm.
It looked interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It could be something fun.
Again, I watched beta videos. I don't know. I didn't see too much. Why would I play that over Overwatch? Basically.
Because it's more of a Quake game rather than a Team Fortress game.
That's funny that you say Team Fortress. People get mad when you try to compare Overwatch to Team Fortress.
Okay, like
2 different games. It's not.
Oh no, they're 2 absolutely different games. But I'm sorry, Overwatch has payload in it.
It's definitely inspired, but
yeah, I would say it's heavily inspired by Team Fortress. I would also say it's heavily inspired by MOBA games.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, if people getting angry calling Overwatch more akin to Team Fortress, like, who cares? But yeah, Lawbreakers looks more closer to Quake and stuff. A fast-paced, arena-based shooter.
Yeah.
Who else would be interesting to see from? Oh God, who's the God of War guy? David Jaffe, is that his name?
Yes, David Jaffe.
Yeah, I know he's doing Drawn to Life. I'm not sure if that ever came out.
No, last was in beta. I don't know what. I've heard.
So I'm wondering if like everything's just. Okay, it's not called Drawn to Life. What is it called?
Drawn to
Death?
Yeah.
Drawn to Death. God damn it. So I'm just curious if everything's it just says release date 2016. I'm curious if that's everything he's focusing on or if there's anything else he might be working on. Piero Molyneux, I'm just curious if he's alive. He may be dead, I'm not sure. I just want him to get on stage and lie to me. Just lie to me. That's all I need in my life right now. Make me think a co-op game is a new special thing to me. Make me believe, Peter.
He is a very good liar and cannot deny that.
He truly believes he can do the things he talks about, but then just life happens. And then he tries to not say anything, and that just makes things worse, and yeah. I feel bad for the guy. But I don't know. I just hope to see something interesting from him in the future,
Yeah.
Because he has made games I've quite liked, like Black and White. I quite like Fable 1. I didn't hear all the things he said was going to happen, which is a good thing, because Fable 1's it's a good game, but when you see the stuff he said he was going to do, you see how sad that is. And honestly, I liked most of the Fable series.
But I thought you didn't enjoy Fable 3.
I think Fable 3 is the lowest of them. I think Fable 1 was the best. Fable 2 was a thing like, okay, this is a good step forward, but yeah. And then Fable 3, I just didn't care for the story that much. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to discuss about E3 this year.
Basically, we'll be doing a recap of everything
Once everything's over,
dust
we'll get
settles.
together again and we'll just talk about the things we saw and
Like,
I guess heard about because we're not gonna be at E3. Um, but we'll just do a quick like, I'm really excited for this. I'm not excited for this. And Arthel, you're stupid for believing in Ubisoft. That will probably be a discussion.
I'm not stupid. I believe in
So how are you gonna be watching E3 this year, Arthel?
I'll probably be watching either online. I don't think Spike has it anymore.
Well, I mean, like, who are you gonna be watching it online? Like, what websites do you use?
Either on YouTube, mostly likely YouTube.
Oh, right, YouTube is doing.
Yeah, they're doing the
So,
most.
are you
So
following like YouTube Gaming? Like, they're,
yeah, you go on YouTube Gaming, they're gonna have like a lot of shows
but
for it.
you're not gonna be like following like IGN
Maybe
or GameSpot.
maybe I'll go to IGN. I know I did last year. I did IGN and GameSpot, so we'll see how it goes.
I usually watch my E3 through Giant Bomb, who they get together around a table and they show the feed for these conferences and they talk over them. And I usually quite like their input. So if you like that kind of style, go check out Giant Bomb. Okay, well, anyway, thanks for listening. Hope you come back to watch our review of E3 afterwards. I don't know what to call it. You want to say bye, Arthel?
Goodbye from the one and only best.
The best what?
I don't know. I just want to say something cool. Like
God damn it,
outro.
Arthel.
I want to be like a cool outro or something, but I didn't have anything in mind.
I can make background music.
Boom.